The crash happened so quickly. That car seemed like it came out of nowhere. You fell before you even realized things were slippery. Injuries can happen before you have any idea you're in danger. And then it seems like the calls start immediately. Insurance adjusters wanting a recorded statement. Doctor's offices wanting to know how you're going to pay for your medical bills. Your boss wants to know when you're going to be back at work. And you're left dealing with pain, medical appointments, missed work, poor sleep, and an insurance claim process that feels way more complicated than it needs to be. If you were hurt in a car crash, trucking accident, farm or work accident, trip and fall, or some other serious injury in Westby, Vernon County, or anywhere in western Wisconsin, you need to know some things. Wisconsin personal injury claims can involve auto accident laws, trucking regulations, premises liability rules, product liability statutes, insurance policies and rules, and important legal deadlines that may apply to your case. Talking to a Westby personal injury lawyer can help you avoid mistakes before the insurance company has a chance to use them against you. I'm Craig Steger. I'm a personal injury attorney with more than 20 years of experience handling serious injury cases, including trials against big insurance companies and corporations. Here are 3 things you need to know after a Westby personal injury. First, you don't have to give a recorded statement before talking to a lawyer, and you never have to give a recorded statement to the other drivers or business owners' insurance company. Insurance adjusters are trained to make it sound routine, or that they just want your side of the story, or that you don't have an option in the matter. They may try to tell you that your claim can't move forward unless you give a statement to them. But if you're in pain, on medication, confused, recovering from surgery, or just overwhelmed with the process, a recorded statement could create problems later on. Early on, you may not know the full extent of your injuries. Your doctors probably don't even know yet. You may not know if there was any witnesses, what they saw or heard. You may not know whether there was video that captured some or all of what happened, or whether there was a defective condition or dangerous product that contributed to your injuries. You may not know whether there were safety rules or regulations that had been violated, and you may not yet know whose insurance company is responsible and whether their policy provides coverage. So before giving a recorded statement, you need to understand who's asking for it, which insurance company they work for, and whether you're legally required to give it. Second, try to photograph and document the entire scene as soon as possible, or have someone do that for you. This is especially important when injuries involve some sort of temporary condition. If you fell on ice, it gets salted or melts. That broken step, well, it got repaired. Wet floors get mopped. Cars get moved, repaired, or just lost. Farm machinery gets repaired. Those skid marks on the road fade. Debris gets cleaned up. If you can do it safely, take photos and video from as many angles as possible. You want to show the condition that caused the injury, the surrounding area, any vehicle damage or machinery that was involved. If there's names, logos, or other contact information on the sides of the equipment, get pictures of those as well as license plates. You want to show lighting, the weather condition, any signs, missing signs, or any other physical evidence that might explain what happened and how it happened. If you can, get names and phone numbers of any witnesses. You want to write down as soon as possible what happened in your own words while it's still fresh in your mind. Things such as where you were, what happened, who was there, what hurt right away, who said what. Those kinds of things you want to try to write down as soon as possible. If there's any surveillance video from a nearby gas station, home, or other business, you need to request that quickly, otherwise it tends to get deleted or recorded over. If you hire an attorney, they will do that for you. In a Westby personal injury claim, video evidence can be the difference between a strong case and one that the insurance company denies entirely. Third, and this is most important, get medical attention right away and then follow the doctor's recommendations. This is not a time to tough it out. After a serious injury, delaying treatment can hurt your health, and it can also hurt your case. So get checked out. Make sure you tell the medical providers what hurts, where it hurts, and what kinds of things make it worse. Now, don't exaggerate your injuries, but also don't minimize them or downplay them either. If it's your neck that hurts, make sure you tell them your neck hurts. If it's your back, make sure you tell them which part of your back and side and what kinds of things make it worse. If it's your shoulders, let them know that as well. If your symptoms get worse over the next few days, report that. And if there are certain activities that make it worse, make sure you let them know that. Try to follow their treatment plan. Go to your appointments. Follow up with any specialist or imaging testing that they ask you to have. Insurance companies love delays. They look for gaps in treatment, any missed appointments. They look for any excuse to argue that you weren't actually hurt, or if you were, it was minor and you recovered pretty quickly. Good medical care will help protect your health, but it also helps create that important documentation needed to prove later on what this injury did to your life. A serious injury affects more than just part of your life. It affects your work, your sleep, your family, hobbies and activities. And when the injury is severe enough, you may need guidance from a wrongful death lawyer on what Wisconsin wrongful death laws after a fatal crash or injury. If you have questions after a serious injury in Westby or the surrounding area, please talk to an attorney as soon as possible. The consultations are free. And if you want to understand what happens next, watch the next video on the screen or one of the pinned videos below where I explain the entire process of a Wisconsin personal injury claim from start to finish.